Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial 2.0. This video is the continuation video after Merciless Rimuru. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. And please check out my second channel Reborn Sensei for the light novel of Tensei. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. He should probably include it in the state the next time he and Jack slowly lost consciousness. Rimuru picked him up and carried him back to the camp. And just like that, thanks to Rimuru's harsh training, in just some months our Jack has grown a lot. How would my brother would think of him, he asked to himself. I'm very sure he would have stolen your disciple for himself. Rimuru chuckled. He wondered how Veldora was doing right now. Meanwhile, somewhere in the spirit realm, Veldora Tempest wasn't feeling so hot right now. He was currently hiding in one of the wells of souls, doing his best to keep his aura in check. But why was he doing this? Veldora Tempest. You get your ass back here, now. That was the reason. His little brother never told him that marriage was this terrifying. He kept his mouth and aura shut, hoping that she wouldn't notice where he was. Hey. Ramirez, honey, don't you honey me. You know what you did. Now, come with me. Alright, I'm sorry. While Veldora and Ramirez had been best friends for countless of years, their relationship started to change when the girl started growing up. After Ramirez grew up, she changed a lot, and thanks to the expansion of the multiverse she's able to change into her adult form anytime. They still hung out with each other, but with each time they met and conversed, they slowly grew feelings for each other. After hundreds of years of playing cat and mouse with one another, his little brother decided it was enough, and practically shouted at them to get married. The no marriage policy between the higher powers was abolished, when Seal figured out a way to bypass the dangers of procreation. Though, this didn't matter to the couple, as they weren't planning to have kids anytime soon. Veldora had split off the soul corridor with Rimuru, so he can stay with Ramirez. It wasn't that they had a falling out, they were still bros after all. He just wanted to show his love, and how serious he was with this. Though, now he was starting to regret it. Clone Rimuru refused to wake up and help him hide from his wife's wrath. With nowhere to hide, Veldora was dragged off by his wife back into their home. Really, where was his little brother when he needed him? Hey, Teach. Are we lost? Rimuru and Jack were currently walking in a gigantic canyon. If he were to compare it, then it would be just like the Grand Canyon he'd heard about from Earth. They saw orange rocks all around, and Jack felt the heat of the sun on his skin. Being lost would imply that we have somewhere to go, so no, I don't think so, he replied nonchalantly. Alright, Teach. Have it your way, the boy said before flipping over to his feet. After more than some months training and traveling with him, the boy had grown a fair bit of muscle and acquired a healthy tan. After another hour of walking, they found themselves on top of a steep cliff. Do you think I'll ever be able to survive a fall from here? Jack asked him. Of course. It's only a matter of time before you'll be able to do so, he confirmed as he waved him off. They were currently looking at a big monster below the cliff. Rimuru didn't know its species, but it looked like a gorilla about thrice its normal size. Say, why don't you try hunting this one? Jack looked concerned and asked, are you sure I'm ready, Teach? If I wasn't sure, then I wouldn't have asked. Rimuru replied with a little snark. Rimuru then jumped off the cliff and landed after doing a somersault. Damn, that's so cool, he whispered to himself before also joining his teacher. Rimuru jumped and caught him before he was harmed. This wasn't the first time they did this, and the boys gotten very trustful of him. Though, the boy pissed his pants the first time. He burst into a chuckle. You're thinking about that time again, ain't ya? Glared his student. He ignored the boy and threw him to the ground. To which the boy righted himself in a similar fashion. Alright. He's all yours, said Rimuru before he disappeared. You really need to tell me how you do that one of these days, Jack said as he walked towards the beast. Meanwhile, Rimuru sat behind a big boulder and thought, what movie do you want to watch next, Seal? Around the World in 80 Days starring Jackie Chan. Ooh, haven't rewatched that since the fall of Star Sector 80. Rimuru said as he reminisced about the time he went space traveling. He knew he shouldn't have trusted Milam to take care of it. He shook himself out of his thoughts and said, okay, please start the movie. Commencing movie in 3, 2, 1. Oh. And warn me when the kid gets into something he can't handle. Affirmative. Now, shish. The movie's starting. Rimuru rolled his eyes. Ever since Seal found access to Earth's internet, she had practically been begging for him to watch movies together. He didn't know why she showed a sudden interest once again. Still, after 500 years of sleeping, he was hard-pressed to deny her of any request. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jack was having trouble dealing with the giant gorilla. He was trying his best to dodge the punches of overly sized gorilla. He had never battled a monster this big before. So far, the ones his insane teacher allowed him to fight were small game, wild animals, and at most human-sized monsters. This was a new experience for him. The beast, determining that rodeo wouldn't work, decided to run off in hopes the little pest would latch off. Wait. Stop. Meanwhile, Erden, his twin sister Podin, and the village's shaman apprentice Ledwin, were tasked by their village's elders to travel to the Clawed Canyons to retrieve something important. Whatever that something was, not even the elders knew. They said that the spirits had deemed the matter very urgent. When asked why, they were very evasive with their answers. The only clue the spirits gave was, "Find the shadow, and the tempest shall approach. Lure the boy, and danger shall follow. Capture the nobody, and the void shall devour. 1 spells doom, 2 spell goal, 3 spell chaos." He didn't like that clue. Not one bit. All he could tell from it was that everything spelled dangerous and death to him. "Do you sense anything yet, Led?" he asked impatiently in Elvish tongue, the common language in his elven village. For the last time, Erden. "No, I haven't. Be patient, brother," his sister reminded. "Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't like it. Why do we have to do this again?" The shaman apprentice frowned and answered, "Because the spirits said so." "Or do you have anything against them?" "Whoa, calm down. I never said that. When the terrible demon put the curse on the world, it left the elves without their precious magic. As a magic-proficient race that lost all their magic, the elves' numbers dwindled day by day, until the fateful day the spirits appeared and approached them. They taught the elves new magic, allowing them to survive in the changed world, and with eternal gratitude, the elves presented themselves as the subjects of the spirits. Hold on. I sense something." Podin put her hand on the ground. As a hunter and scout, her job was to notice the environment. She had felt the ground shake a little. As time went on, the shaking became more noticeable, and all three were able to hear giant footsteps. From around the corner appeared a giant gorilla, rushing at the path they were taking. Being the experienced explorers they were, each moved out their own way. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my other videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.